Action.
Pitt-Greenville traffic, Diamond 840 Alpha Bravo, taxiing from Dillon's Aviation South Ramp to runway 26 via Alpha and Bravo, Pitt-Greenville. It's beautiful tonight. We're running out of daylight though. Alright sir, I'm going to have you taxi the plane now. So we're using the foot pedals to taxi. So you want to try to use the pedals as much as possible, the bottom of them, and right makes you go right, left makes you go left, okay? If you keep that center line there just about off your right leg, that will keep the nose wheel just about on the center line. If we need to turn sharper, you can add a little brake to that direction, and that'll help you turn a little sharper if it doesn't want to respond. You want to taxi at a slow, brisk walk, so, you know, if you can't walk this fast, you shouldn't be taxiing that fast. Looking pretty good. Try to come back to the right just a little bit. We can see out here we have these signs. The yellow with black is going to be information signs telling you where stuff is. So we got 20 straight ahead, 26 is going to be to the right, so we're going to go to the right. What GA is?
I mean to the right, all the way to the...
over there, yep. What GA stands for?
Ground...
General Aviation, that's a small guy. We see black with yellow letters, that's going to tell us what we're on. So we're on taxiway Alpha, we're going to take taxiway Bravo. Alright, so just kind of follow the line and we'll turn out this way. There you go. Very nice. So now black with yellow, we see we're on B. Black and white like that too there is going to tell us how many feet of runway you're remaining. So 2,000 feet remaining. Black and white one means you better start praying to God. You only got 1,000 feet left. We got blue lights to outline the taxiway here at nighttime. We have B1, so we have different intersections. You can take off at the intersection, however, I recommend you using the full length of the runway. If we lost an engine or something, we'd rather have more runway aboard to take off on. So it's mainly there so that if we land, we don't have to go all the way to the end of the runway to get off the runway. Pretty good. See the airplane moves on the taxiway charts just when we're going. You'll also see that they'll have big red-white signs there and also painted on the ground. That's showing you that there's a hold short line there. So there's going to be something on the ground that's supposed to try to keep you from getting onto the runway accidentally before you look for traffic or make a call. Four orange boxes there, that's called the PAPI, Precision Approach Path Indicator. Tells us if we're high or low when we're coming in. Right on the money if you're like me. There's only a small smile, I expect more smiles. After is okay too.
Trying to master this thing here.
You're doing really well.
It's hard to control it when you're used to...
Alright, yep. Doing really well. Normally I'm going, not the grass. Oh, no, other brake.
Really?
Left. Alright, my airplane here. Good job. Alright, we're going to come over here. We're going to turn around so we can blast the ECU buses so we can, you know, you have to pay for them to get painted and all that wonderful. I'm just kidding. But you don't go to ECU, do you? So you wouldn't have to pay for them anyways. But, okay, so... we'll stop here and we'll set the brake. That way we're not blasting the runway, we're not blasting other people taxiing down. So we set the parking brake, put it down to lock, and then you got to push on the brakes to set it. Alright, now we'll go through our run-up checklist. Alright, here's run-up. Brakes are set. We just set the parking brake. You always want to be ready for the brakes just in case the parking brake fails, but it should hold us. Trim for takeoff. Right here's our trim. We want to make sure that that line there is lined up with the notch in there. So we're good there.
Takeoff. Does it stand for takeoff? Okay.
You got it. What was I looking at? Flight controls. Thumb rule. Remember that?
Right.
There you go.
Lifts up. That way. Lifts.
That's right, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go left here, that one goes up, this one goes down, vice versa, that one goes up, that one goes down. It's real hard to see with the T-tail, but if you look back, you can kind of see the elevator move up and down. That back there. And you can do the rudders too, but they were working while we were taxiing. I can't even see the rudder, so should be good there. Alternate air test and close. So we're going to pull the alternate air on, 90 degrees, it's on. We're watching for any kind of drop in RPM. With the digital, it fluctuates real little, so if it's real minor, then it's not a big deal. But if it drops a lot, then we have our alternate air clogged. Turn it back to off. Engine instruments, kind of scan it down here. Green, 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 and green. And it's looking good. PFD annunciator, we have the door open still, pitot heat off, that's okay. Fuel reset and set. So I actually already did this, but if you get it topped off, you want to come in here to engine, engine, and then you would hit reset fuel. And that would keep this calculator to help keep track of how much fuel we've used and how much we have stored. If you forget, you can always manually decrease or increase from here. If you just had it top off, just hit reset, and that it has 40 gallons. All right. Fuel pump on, so fuel pump will come on right there. Mixture best power, we'll go ahead and push it all the way forward here. Alright, 2,000 RPM, so right here's our RPM. We're using the throttle right now to go up to 2,000 RPM. A little too much, a little too little. Right there's our 2,000 RPM, close enough. Alright, now we're going to prop cycle 3. So we're going to pull the prop lever back till we hear a noise, then push it back forward. We're going to do this 3 times for 3 indications. We want to see the manifold pressure go up, RPM go down, and oil pressure go down, okay? So we're going to watch the manifold. We want to see it go up. Pull the prop back, makes a noise, push it back forward, manifold increase and up. Same thing on RPM, we want to see it go down though. Back forward. Same thing, oil pressure should go down. And it does, okay? Also look on the windshield, make sure there's no oil splatter or anything like that. Looks good. Magnetos, that's going to be our key. So we have the right, left, both, off and start, okay? We're in both. We're going to put it down 2 clicks to the left for the right magneto. So 1, 2, now we're on the right magneto, watching how much this drops. So it goes down to about 1930, 1940. Back to both. Now we're only going to go 1 click to left. 1 click left. 1830, 1840. Back to both. Try to lean it out a little bit, see if that helps. A little bit better. Alright. Alternator load. So what we're going to do is we'll turn alternator side off. We see amp to 0, starts yelling at us. Turn it back on. Annunciator goes off. Amp show positive. Now we know it is working, it is recharging the battery. Fuel pressure and oil pressure. So fuel pressure is in the green, oil pressure is in the green. Oil temp in the green. Idle check close. So now we'll go ahead and pull the power back, okay? We want to check all those things again at the RPM setting, okay? Now we're pulling the throttle all the way back to idle. Make sure the engine keeps running. Does. Now we're going to bump it back up to about 1,000 RPM. A little bit better idling speed for it. So that should be it. Throttle friction, if it wouldn't stay in place or the throttle was real hard to move, you could adjust this little knob right down here. Okay? Normally you don't have to, but if you did have to, that's where it would be. Alright, pre-takeoff checklist. So now flaps are coming to the takeoff position. We're going to wait for the light, and then we're going to visually check that both sides have come down. Alright, fuel pump is on. Canopy is locked. Go ahead and drop the door down now, so just unlatch it. There you go, and then relatch it. The annunciator goes off. Alright, and that is the next thing. After that, making sure we're at 1200, like I said before, it's going to automatically go to altitude mode, so we don't really have to mess with that. Strobe lights are on. Time note, 6:54. Brakes release, taking the brakes off, and landing light coming on. That'll help other airplanes see us. All right, you ready? Let's do it. Go ahead and take us off. Once we get in the air, I'll let you fly. Looking all around for traffic. No one out here has to legally make radio calls, so we want to check the whole area out before we go. Even on the runways, making sure there's nobody on the runways in a truck or anything like that as well. See anyone? Haven't heard anyone else on the radio. We'll make a call and we'll head out. Pitt-Greenville traffic, Diamond 840 Alpha Bravo, departing runway 26, Pitt-Greenville. Line up with the center line of the runway. Always want to check with the runway. It's a magnetic heading, so you want to check with your heading indicator and your compass. Looks pretty close. All right, here we go. Little birdies are on. So we're having to keep, if we notice, if I don't put any rudder in, we go left turn tendencies, right? So we have to hold in a little bit of right rudder to keep the nose pointed straight. Airspeed's alive, which means it's starting to move. Once we reach about 59, that's our rotation speed. So we're going to slowly start pulling back on the stick at 59. Right there, we pull back, the airplane takes us off. Now we're pitching for 66 knots as we climb out. Nice little bumpiness here. Trying to track the center line, stay over top of the runway as we climb out. Look at that sun, man. Isn't that beautiful? Hope you're getting that on camera. Climbing up. Once we reach 400 feet, we'll bring our flaps up to cruise. We're at 360. There's 400. Flaps coming up to cruise. Now we're pitching for 73 on our airspeed. That'll give us our VY, best rate of climb with flaps to take off. Once we get to about 500 feet here, we'll go ahead and pull the prop lever back until we get to 2400 RPM. Okay. In this airplane, we can leave the throttle full forward and just pull the prop back. Other airplanes, you have to be careful that you could damage the airplane. Pitt-Greenville traffic, Diamond 840 Alpha Bravo, turning left crosswind for 26 Pitt-Greenville. Hospital. Catching it on camera. ECU, looks like they got the screen on, probably watching some TV. Pitt-Greenville traffic, Diamond 840 Alpha Bravo, left down 26 Pitt-Greenville. Alright, sir. Your airplane here. Hold the stick with your left hand and your right hand stays on the throttle there. Go ahead and put your right hand on the throttle. Yeah, the black one there. There you go. That's all we have to adjust anymore is the black one until we come into land. We're going to pitch for right about that 10 mark there, and we're just going to keep coming to the east. We'll go on up to about 3,500 feet on our altitude. Alright? Back to the right just a little bit. Try to keep that E on that white triangle there. Back to the right. There you go. And you're using just enough rudder to keep that white line underneath that white triangle there. So just put your red rudder, right rudder, to keep that line underneath that triangle. So use your foot pedals there. There you go. Alright, anytime we're flying, we have to be looking outside, looking for that traffic. So we're going to break the sky up in 10-degree intervals all the way on the horizon, above the horizon, and below the horizon. I scan at each interval from 1 to 3 seconds and making sure there's no traffic. Okay? We also have a positive exchange of flight controls, which we talked about on the ground. So if I say my airplane, you say your airplane, I say my airplane, I grab the controls, you lift your hands up. Vice versa, if I say your airplane, you say my airplane, you grab the controls, I say your airplane, let go of the controls. That way there's no confusion about who flies the airplane. You see that kind of big green area way out there? Real tan area? Out that way? Head right towards that. That's the voice of America. little bit hazy out this way.
Can you show me again which green?
Right over there. If you see a big tan area, really big area, right out that way.
Here it looks like some sort of lake or something.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Here, I should always be around the 10.
Yeah, right around the 10, maybe a little bit less. That'll normally help you get a pretty optimal rate of climb. Almost to 3,000, we'll go up 3,500, so about 500 feet left to go. Just lower that nose just a little bit. About there is good. Over there's the Pamlico. See that water out there? Out by Little Washington.
Is the altitude is that we are going?
3,500 feet. So there it is. So just kind of push forward on the stick and kind of level off. Kind of aim for right there. If you could see the horizon, which is kind of hazy, but you could put the nose right on the horizon, and that would keep it straight and level as well. As we are lowering the nose, you're going to feel it start speeding up. You're going to feel it like you're having to fight it quite a bit. So you can use that trim to help relieve the pressure there, and also pull that power back to about 20 inches of manifold. Black one. There you go, yep.
Sweet.
Yep. So pull it back till it says about 20 inches of manifold right there. Trying to hold that nose forward so don't keep climbing there.
Lean down automatically.
Hey, what?
It's forcing down automatically. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's one to keep climbing. So you can just kind of push that forward a little bit. That'll help relieve some of that pressure. And then keep pulling that power back to about 20 here. Takes it quite a bit to start getting it together. There you go. Cool. Alright, before we do any kind of maneuvering, we always want to do clearing turns. Okay? Clearing turns are either two 90-degree turns or a 180-degree turn. Alright, so we'll go ahead and do two 90-degree turns. So give me a left turn to the north there. Anytime we're going to turn, we're going to look all around for traffic. I'll say clear left, you'll say clear left. We both verify that there's no traffic in that direction. Alright, so clear left. Looking perfect. This is that magenta line we're talking about in class, so that white line sticking up there, that'll be standard rate.
The arrow that needs to be touching there, or it's just...
Yes, sir. Alright, there you go. Go and start rolling wings back level. Looking all around for traffic. I can't see anything, but we're good. Nice and hazy. See some smoke there. That's a great way to figure out where the wind's coming from. You see how all that smoke's going that way? Okay. So we know the wind's coming from this way. Oh, in that direction. Alright, I don't see any traffic. Go ahead and give me a right turn to the east. Clear to the right. Look right and say clear right, verifying that it is clear.
And where is the optimum place here that I checked?
Right where you're at.
Here.
So that magenta line on that white line there.
Okay.
Perfect. Try to keep that on to the line right there. That way we're not descending quite as much. Yep, so just pull back. If it feels like you have to pull back a lot, just use that trim to help you out a little. If it feels like the nose needs to come up, push back on the trim. If it feels like the nose needs to come down, push forward on the trim. That'll help relieve the pressure out for you. Alright, good. Roll wings level here. Stay south here. Alright. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to practice some different headings, okay? We're just going to try to stay level, and we'll just try different headings, okay? So go ahead and give me a left turn to 030.
Okay, what does it mean 030?
That's the heading. So here would be 030. It'll also say it in that box right there. It'll say 030 once you get to it. You want to kind of roll it out about 10 degrees or so before your heading. That'll put you right on your heading when you level off.
I'm going to turn and then wait until I get to 030.
Yep, you got it.
Turning yourself.
Clear to left. Whenever you're ready. I wonder if they're burning a field over there, if that's a forest fire. It's a big fire, whatever it is.
County traffic, Skyline 232 Juliet. 9.5 miles out, we'll be doing the GPS 2-1 approach straight in for full stop.
There you go. Perfect. Good job, sir. All right, give me a right turn to 240.
1 off the 6 is crosswind.
240.
340.
240. Forgot to. Normally we make radio calls saying we're practicing out here. Pitt-Greenville traffic, Diamond 840, Alpha Bravo is 10 to the east, maneuvering at 3,000 feet near the north VOA side, Pitt-Greenville. Oh, boy, boy. Man, this is pretty. I just wish it wasn't so hazy. You know what all that water is?
Air treatment?
Catfish farms.
Pitt-Greenville traffic citation currently 50 miles due north of the field, inbound for runway 20 Pitt-Greenville. We're out of 15.5.
Is all right. Once you get about 10 degrees close to it, start rolling with level.
1 off the 6 center and left downwind for 01.
All right. Just trying to make it a little trickier for you. Give me a left turn to 320.
7 Bravo, Bravo.
Turn to 320.
You got it.
Isn't it increased? I'm going the other way.
It would be faster that way. You're right. All right, clear left. That wouldn't be very much practice though.
Traffic there, 1 off the 6 turning left base for 01.
now that I'm in cruise altitude, do I still keep my feet on the rudder?
Yep. Let's keep your feet on the rudder pedals. Yeah, you only have to add rudder just to keep that white line underneath that triangle there.
Okay, so see, this is the equivalent to step on the ball.
Exactly. Step on the line, step on the ball. Same thing.
Pitt-Greenville traffic citation 917 Bravo Bravo. 38 miles to the north at a 12,000 inbound for landing.
Look at that. Good job. All right, sir, give me a right turn to 175.
Right, clear.
Clear to the right. Very nice, sir. I think you got the hang of this. All right, go and give me a right turn to the west here real quick. Clear to the right. And on a west heading, what we're going to do is we're going to practice some climbs and descents, all right? So we're at 3,000 feet. What we'll do when we get to west is we'll climb up to 3,500. So whenever we're climbing, we want to add power. The best thing to do is just go full power. That's going to help you climb the best, all right? All right, sir. There you are. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and push the throttle all the way forward. And we just pull back on the stick.
Crosswind on 01.
At about the 10 mark, just like when we were climbing out. We'll go up to 3,500 feet. Once we get to the altitude, we push forward on the stick and pull the power back, normally to about 18 to 20 manifolds.
To the northeast of the field.
Okay. When this goes to the right, does that mean that I would step on the right pedal?
Okay, sir.
On those, okay.
Always keep your hand on the throttle so you're ready to go in case somebody ever jumps in front of us.
43 miles north at 8,000 inbound for landing runway 20 Pitt-Greenville.
There we go. So lowering the nose there, 3,500.
Unicom 917 Bravo Bravo.
Pulling the power back 20 inches of manifold. Very good, sir. All right, so now we're going to descend. Descend me back down to 3,000 feet. So what we want to do when we descend is pull the power back to about 15 or a little bit less on the manifold. Okay? Okay. That'll keep us from getting too fast as we're descending. So somewhere right about there, and now we just push forward a little bit, normally about where the 5 mark is. That's good right there. Maybe pull out a little more power there. Put the power back just a little bit more, maybe about 13 or so. Other way. There you go. Put your hand on the throttle. Get some good used to it first.
Raleigh, traffic altitude 106, turn left base for 01.
And the same thing here. Once we get to our altitude of 3,000 feet, now we're going to pull back to level off, and then we'll add power back to 20 inches of manifold. All right? Pitt-Greenville traffic, diamond 840 Alpha Bravo 11 to the east, maneuvering at 3,000 feet near the north VOA side, Pitt-Greenville.
Raleigh,
Pitt-Greenville traffic citation 917 Bravo Bravo. And it's currently 15 miles to the north out of 5,500. Be straight in runway 20 Pitt-Greenville.
What up, Bill?
What's up?
What up, Bill? All right. So now we're going to add all those together, okay? So let's climb up to 4,000 feet while giving me a left turn to the east.
4,000 while giving left turn. Okay.
All right. So we'll go full power so we can climb, and we'll start turning to the east. I'm sorry, to the left. Clear to the left. There you go. You got it.
Pitt-Greenville Unicom 917 Bravo Bravo.
When I'm climbing, I go up to 10.
Yeah, you got it. If you get to your altitude or heading one before the other, just level off or roll.
917 Bravo Bravo.
This guy, he's hilarious, man. You'll hear him, he'll be like, "Answer your radio. That's ridiculous." He's a crazy guy, but I like him.
Pitt-Greenville Unicom 917 Bravo Bravo.
He used to fly for ASA.
What's the degrees that you asked me to go to?
90, so east heading.
917 Bravo Bravo, Greenville. Yeah, override the photo sensor on the runway lights, please.
There you go. So roll wings level for that east heading, and push forward level off for that 3,500 feet. As you level off there, pull that power back to the 20. There you go.
Now we can see the runway. A little hazy up here. 7 miles from the airport, you can't see the runway.
He's a clown. All right, now we're going to do the opposite thing, all right? So now we're going to descend back down to 3,000 feet, and I have to give me a right turn to 030.
Citation 917 double B at a 2,500 feet.
All right, clear to the right. We're going to pull that power back, probably about, let's do 13 again, about 13 on the manifold. And we'll slowly push that nose forward to start descending. There you go. Right about to that 5 mark there. Perfect. Keep pulling that power back out.
Traffic airspeed 1 after 6, turning left base for 01.
Add that power back to about 20 once you level off. There comes your 030 head. Very good, sir, very good. Alright, we'll do a shorter one here. Climb me up to 3,500 feet and give me a left turn to 240. Clear to the left. gonna be there for a little while.
Okay, I'm gonna try to iron out some of my bad.
Watch that heading.
What is the heading?
240. So come back to the right, try to get back on it. Here comes that altitude. A little bit of multitasking.
Probably here. 1 Officer 6 is entering left downwind for 01.
All right, sir, good job. Go ahead and descend me on down to 2,000 feet while giving me a left turn to the west. Clear to the left. Let's switch our fuel tanks here real quick. Fuel flow, fuel pressure still good. Turn fuel pump off, still look good. Okay. And on throttle.
I just keep both hands on the wheel and drive it.
That's right. If you're doing a stage check with one of our other instructors, as soon as you take that hand off the throttle, that's when they pull your engine. Oh, you just lost your engine. That's not the only reason to do it though, but...
My heading?
West.
It will be the indicator here. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So I need to get the west on this level, right?
Right. The big white one there.
1 Officer 6 turning left.
Keep going left all the way around to it.
So I'm gonna do out. Okay.
Practically a 360-degree turn. Yep. See that line's a little bit to the left, so just add a little bit of left or right. There you go. That turn coming, keep going, descending on down to 2,000 feet.
1,000?
2,000. I'll show you something pretty cool here too. Probably showed you on the entrance flight, I don't know. I showed you the boxes. Remember? Okay. Those little boxes there, just fly through those, right through the middle of them.
You show me that.
I keep coming down to 2,000 feet.
Is that the synthetic vision?
That is.
No. Never seen it like in person before, but
It's pretty sweet.
I watched a Cirrus shoot like a Cat 2 approach on YouTube. It was pretty sweet. The video you need to play in your ground school is the Cat 3 approach, like a KLM DC-10.
I know which one you're talking about.
I need to go through them.
Yep. Okay. So just kind of aim right in the middle. There you go.
210 at 5, visibility 10, clear below 12,000, temperature 28 Celsius, dew point 22, altimeter 290, remark, density altitude 1,600. Pitt-Greenville Airport, automated weather observation 2325, Zulu, weather, wind 210 at 5,
Let's just take us to the airport.
10, clear below 12,000, temperature.
You can add that power back there, about 20 inches of manifold. I know you're keeping your hand on the throttle there. You weren't about to take it off, right? Alright, sir. We'll just keep headed this way and we'll head back towards Greenville. Let me know when you have the airport in sight. Pitt-Greenville traffic down at 840 Alpha Bravo, 7 miles to the east inbound for a full stop runway 26 Pitt-Greenville.
The airport. I was looking for the beacon. Yeah,
that's a good idea. I don't know if it'll be on yet or not. It's kind of on the boundary layer, being too dark and not dark enough. So.
Okay. I thought it stayed on all the time.
Nope. Only nighttime, unless it's IFR out, then it'll be on during the day. You see that little thing sticking out that says PGV? That's Greenville. Show you another trick. Let go of the stick real quick. The nose keeps wanting to go down, so we just add a little bit of trim to it. You just kind of, that's how you kind of test it. Just kind of let go, see if it holds it level, if it's climbing or descending. Adjust the trim that way. That way you don't have to hold it so tight. All right. Airplane. A big thing that you can do is look for the hospital. You see those white buildings kind of off to the side? Hard to see right now, actually, but if you look in this kind of real open area right here, that's the airport.
Okay, I see now, yeah.
And actually, I just saw the beacon, I think.
It's starting, yeah.
Go ahead and go to the left here, and kind of aim just left of the hospital. Look how cool the sun is. So cool. What we want to do is we want to enter on the downwind. So if we're looking at the airport diagram here, we're coming in this way. So what we want to do is come over here. We want to land on 26, so we want to enter the downwind this way. So we're going to come around, enter 45 degrees to the downwind, base final. That way we're landing into the wind. It'll make more sense later on. Actually, I think that's the next chapter we go over. Some of the traffic patterns and stuff.
You're going to land on the new runway from that side to this side, right?
Yeah, we're going to land pretty much going straight on that runway, just headed that way. But in order to enter the traffic pattern, we're going to come back around this way, do like a 180, and then like another 180 to come into land.
So basically you're going to go do the 360.
Yep, you got it. Alright, sir, my airplane here. Go ahead and pull out the checklist and we'll go through our our pre-landing checklist. Brain is almost working. So pre-landing right there. Seatbelts on, we're good. Landing light is on.
Yep.
Fuel pump is on. Mixture, best power, it's good. Flaps to takeoff, we'll wait till we're at the end of the runway for that. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and descend us on down to 1,500 feet here a little bit. We also have something called a GUMPS check. Have you ever heard of GUMPS? Alright, so GUMPS, or in there it says FS. You see right there in the red. So what that is another little check that we can do. So G stands for gas, so we want to make sure the gas is on the fullest tank, and it is. U is for undercarriage, which is our landing gear. It's always down. M is for mixture, so make sure it's full forward. P is for prop. We want to make sure prop goes full forward. And then either S or FS, so fuel pump and landing light are our switches. We're going to kind of come this way and we're going to keep on descending down here so that way we have less of a blind spot, and we're going to do like a 180 so that way we enter the traffic pattern. It's kind of like a set standard way of how to enter around the airport so that way everybody does it the same and you know where to look for people. Pitt-Greenville traffic, diamond 840, Alpha Bravo is 1 mile southeast of the field, entering a 45 to the downwind for runway 26 full stop Pitt-Greenville. Alright, I kind of got this a little too close to the runway, so I'm going to have to make this a little sharper, but we'll go ahead and start our turn. Coming down to 1,000 feet, which is our traffic pattern altitude. Whee! This is for fun. There you go. Falling in the traffic pattern, it's always good. I forgot that's on video. Here goes the traffic, diamond 840, Alpha Bravo, left downwind 26, full stop Pitt-Greenville. Alright, so now you see that number on the runway. As soon as we get our wing abeam it like that, pull power back to about 15, and now we'll go ahead and put in our flaps down to take off. We're waiting for about a 45-degree angle from the end of the runway. And we're trying to pitch for right around 90 knots here on downwind, 80 on base, 71 on final. Alright, so somewhere right about, we'll call it a 45-degree angle, we'll go ahead and turn our base. Pitt-Greenville traffic, diamond 840, Alpha Bravo, left base 26, full stop Pitt-Greenville. Alright, rolling wings level, looking for traffic, make sure no one's coming in on final, not making radio calls, don't see anyone. Go ahead and turn our final here. Pitt-Greenville traffic, diamond 840, Alpha Bravo, turning final for 26, full stop Pitt-Greenville. There's about our 80 knots. Once we turn final here, we're going to be pitching for right around 71. See, we got the pappies on the side there showing that we're a little bit high. The flashing white lights there at the end, that's called the reel, the runway end identifier lights. Pushing the prop full forward here now on final. Look a little high, so I'm going to pull out a little bit of power. We also still have our last notch of flaps. I want to wait till I know I got the runway made. Somewhere right about here, pretty sure we got the runway made even if we lose an engine, so I'm going to go ahead and put in my last notch of flaps. Pitching for that 71. Trying to stay on the center line the best we can. Add a little bit better, getting a little low. There's turning red for us. Coming into about here. That's where you'll feel that ground effect right there. You feel that? That's ground effect. That's tip vortices hitting the ground. And we're just holding that nose up so that we touch down like that. Pull the stick back, keeping the nose pressure off. We'll start applying some brakes here, see if we can't make alpha. Whoa, Nelly, whoa. A little better than this morning, wasn't it? We'll come off here onto alpha. And once we get across the hold short line here, we'll stop and we'll go through our after landing checklist. And that sky is gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to turn it so we get some of the sky on film. Okay, after landing checklist, sir. Oh, after landing, flaps come all the way to up. Alright, pitot heat off, it is off. Fuel pump comes off. Alternate air is off. Lights as required. We'll take landing off, turn taxi on. Since it's getting dark out, I'm going to go ahead and turn my strobes off. That way we're not flashing bright light at anybody. What else we got? Make sure it's required, it should be good. Trim back to takeoff here. And XPDR on standby, it's in ground mode, same thing. Alright, now that making sure no one's behind us, what we're going to do is we're going to run it up one last time. 1,000 RPMs, holding the brakes of course. we're going to check our magnetos one last time. So 2 clicks for the right magneto. 1900, back to both. 1 click to the left for the left magneto. 80 left. Alright. That's all we wrote. We got the blue lights outlining the taxiways at nighttime. Airplane here. Go ahead and taxi us straight down the taxiway there. Pitt-Greenville traffic, Diamond 840 Alpha Bravo is clear. Runway taking left to Dillon's Aviation South Ramp via Alpha Pitt-Greenville. Also turn on these lights now it's starting to get dark. Oh, sweet.
It was green.
Kind of. It looks kind of green. I think it's supposed to be white, but it looks green.
The lights on the runway change colors according to the altitude that we are. It's just on our eyes.
Happy, yep.
Okay.
Yep, you're right. You want to see something cool? Watch this. Didn't see anything.
One time I took off from Trent, New Jersey, and right when I rotated, the tower closed, and he turned it off like right as I rotated.
I've had that happen.
Oh, it was awesome.
That big mound of grass. A little more to the right here, trying to track that center line. We're going a little bit fast too, so we'll pull out a little power. Big mound of grass.
That dash is having maintenance issues.
Probably. Yeah, I told the maintenance guy running down there, so... Yeah, we're the guys that fix it when they break.
They brought another one when...
I saw that too, yeah.
That's what I was wondering. I was like, damn. Quick.
I can't even tell. They're changing. It's no fun. It's the best part of flying when it gets dark. Play with the lights. Are they nice? Hey, you're taxiing way too good for the first time. Alright, my airplane here. Bring us on in here to park. If I park good, I parked it. If I park bad, you parked it. That's how this works.
Okay, gotcha.
Anytime you're parking, you want to make sure to keep the power back so you don't blast the airplanes, hangars, other people, all those fun stuff. And because we have such long wingtips, you really got to watch these wingtips as you come in and stuff. Bit nice and slow, so you make sure you don't hit anything. If you do, remember your instructor's name is Matt. Time we're coming over the tail tie down as well, you want to make sure you have the power all the way out. And avoid the rope if you can. Little cheat is you can use the one in front of you to kind of line yourself up with. And Shazam. Alright, securing checklist, sir. ELT verify silence. So the light should be going on. What we would do is if you hold this button down for 5 seconds, it goes to emergency frequency of 121.5. We'd be hearing the ELT going off, going doo 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 doo. It's not, so we're good. Alright, white switch there. Yep.